What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And if you are new, please consider subscribing. And let's do something a little different here. I hear a lot of stuff going around in the community right now. And I don't want to say making accusations or anything like that, but say, how do I say this without coming across like a complete jerk? Let's just talk about knife reviewers, right? If you're reviewing a knife or doing a knife unboxing, is going to be the example of this one. If you're doing that and you unbox a knife and you're doing it for your subscribers so they can see the knife, or reviewing the knife so your subscribers know what you think about a knife, you got to tell the truth, right? You got to tell the truth. If you're not telling the truth, then you are not doing your subscribers any justice whatsoever. You're basically trying to sell a product at that point, and I'm not cool with that. If a knife sucks, I'm going to tell you it sucks. If I think a knife is great, I'm going to tell you I think it's great. If it has flaws with it, I'm going to tell you it has flaws. I love the Kaiser Feist. You guys know that, right? And my Kaiser Feist XL here with the fat carbon has a couple of white spots on it. It's driving me crazy. It really is driving me crazy, and that's a personal thing, my OCD. And honestly, if there were more of these in stock, I would return this and get a replacement. But there are no more in stock, and I like this knife so much, I'm going to keep this knife, right? The action is superb. It's so good. It's fantastic. And I love the shape of it. I love front flippers. You guys know how I feel about front flippers. And the Feist is one of the ones that got me started in all this, right? So I love the Feist. I will deal with a couple little white spots there. I may even take a Sharpie and just take a little pinpoint Sharpie and touch those little white spots just to blacken them out. Be good to go, right? All right, now let's talk about the one where all the drama is coming in. The Devo Knives Growler. I did not have a very good unboxing first experience with this knife. As you guys, if you've already watched that unboxing, you've seen that. Mine has a pretty light detent. Sometimes it even bounces back out, right? And I could fix that. I could. That's not a huge deal. Or I could return this knife and get a replacement. I've talked to some people that got this knife. Theirs have a light detent. And I've talked to others that says the detent's fine. And, that's what you're going to get with some knives, especially in budget category. And honestly, this isn't really what I would consider a budget category. For some people, it may be a budget category. If you're buying $700, $800 knives, an $85 knife may be budget category for you. For me, an expensive knife is this knife. This is a $160 knife. This is a lot of money for me. A lot of money. $85 for me is not a budget knife, right? This is a budget knife for me. This is a $32 knife. This is a budget knife, right? A fantastic budget knife. The QSP Penguin. But with the detent issue, that's fixable or replaceable and get a better detent. The big issue for me with this knife is this hole. I'm a skinny guy, guys. I'm 150 pounds, 5'9", pretty skinny. I can stick my finger through this hole, right? And I saw Lefty's video about you got to place your finger in the right place. And if I'm looking at it and thinking about it, I can do it. I can flick the knife out there, even with the light detent. But I sat and played with this knife after doing that unboxing on my couch for a couple hours. And also saw Lefty's video about how to resolve some issues with some KPL. Also, I never pointed out in my unboxing, it's really off-centered, really far to the show side. But with this hole, for me personally, with my finger size, I'm just not going to like this knife. It's not going to be for me. I'm not going to pick it up and carry it. It's not going to be, it's just not for me. If you got, big sausage fingers, this probably isn't going to be much of an issue for you. This isn't a review because I am returning this knife and I'm not going to get a replacement. But I don't understand why the hole went so low. That hole could have been cut in half and have been fine for reverse flicking and thumb flicking. There's no reason for that hole to be down below the scale. It should have been. It could have just been a slotted hole like the. It doesn't even have to be that tall, but for me personally, it's not for me. So I'm going to return it before I use it and damage it. I'm going to return it while I can return it. and get something that I think I will like instead. You know, I'm not hating on Devo knives. I'm not hating on Kevin, Lefty EDC, or Colin. This one's just not for me because of that hole, primarily. I can live with the pocket clip. The detent, I could, like I said, I could try to fix it, or I could just get another one. But I'm not going to like it because of that hole, for me personally. Now, you may feel differently, so I'm not telling anyone not to buy this knife. Totally up to you. If you want to buy this knife, buy away. Like I said, if you got bigger fingers, the hole may not be as much of an issue for you as it is for me. It's a personal thing, I think. Although I do think that should have been made much smaller personally. But, you know, that's just one man's opinion. And you can use this knife. It will work. But in this price bracket of $85, you know, this is the sheepdog, right? Very similar, pretty similar knife. Which this is for sale, by the way. Bigger, too big for me. I prefer the little one. But you know, in that price range, this is what you can get. The detent on this knife is fantastic. The hole also is much better. You know, Devo's a fairly new company, and you know, Kaiser's been around a long time, right? But I can get this knife for the same price as this knife. Well, not this one in particular, they're all sold out, but a Kaiser sheepdog in the same price range as this knife. And this, for me, just isn't up to par at that price range. You know, there's, for me personally, there's better options out there. So you can take this as a negative video or being negative against Devo or this knife if you want. It's not what it is. This is just me being honest with you, okay? This is my experience. I'm the only one having this experience with this knife. It's just one person. I'm the only person that's held this knife. I'm the only person that's flicked this knife. So I'm telling you my experience. If other people have different experiences with it, that's fine. That's cool. Good, good, great. I'm glad you like it. I'm happy for you. I don't, okay? I don't. And if I didn't tell you guys the truth about that, even though this knife is made by someone in our community, right? And we want to support those people and help them to grow and want them to be successful. I wouldn't be doing you guys justice if I came out here and told you, yeah, it's great. I love this knife. It's fantastic. They did such a great job. Great job, Lefty. Great job, Colin. I absolutely love it. If that's not the truth for me, that's not my truth, okay? That may be someone else's truth out there, but it's not my truth. So I wouldn't be doing you justice if I came out here and said stuff like that about knives I didn't feel that way about. I'd be trying to sell you a product. And that's not what I'm about here. I'm going to always be honest with you, no matter the knife. If I love it, you'll know I love it. If I hate it, you'll know I hate it. That's kind of what this is all about. If I'm not doing that, I shouldn't even be making this videos, right? I'm just being I'm not being honest with you or myself at that point. And I'm a very honest person, sometimes to a fault. My honesty can tend to get me in trouble at times, and that's fine. I sleep well at night. I have no problems laying down, going to bed at night. So I'll continue to be honest. I'll continue to do me, and if anyone's upset, I don't know what to tell you. Just be upset, I guess, because I'm not going to pretend I like something that I don't like, or say something is good that isn't good, or say it's up to the par of an $85 knife when it just isn't up to par with an $85 knife. And it's not a budget knife for most of the people out there collecting knives. This is not a budget knife. It's an expensive knife, and for the vast majority, I think, of people who collect knives, and the vast majority of people who watch my channel, I think this is probably an expensive knife for you. It's an expensive knife for me. It hurt me to buy this knife, but I had to, right? I love the Feist, and I love purple, as you guys know, so I had to get it. And if this knife sucked, I'd tell you it sucked. I hate the white spots. I hate that it has the white spots. Really wish it didn't have those white spots, but I can't get another one, so I may actually message Justin on Instagram to see if there's a way he can get me another one, because I really don't want to have those white spots on there. But, I will live with the white spots. But I can't live with this. So, all right, guys. Sorry if this came across as negative. Not intended to be. It's meant to be 100% positive. I want you guys to trust what I say to you. And I'm not going to break that trust. So, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I will see you on the next one.